Lovely channel. So today I have a tutorial showing you how to make 3 different DIY Valentine's Day signs. I know we're really close to Valentine's Day, but I had to put up one more video because I've been just really inspired to make a lot of Valentine's Day decor this year. Something excited that I wanted to share with all of you is that I am now a part of the DecoArt blogger outreach program, which basically means they're going to be sending me some free products every once in a while that I can use in my videos. This is awesome because I already love to use their chalky finish paint. I have shared it in quite a few of my DIY videos, and I've used their acrylic paint before too, so this is just a perfect fit. And they did send me 2 different paints and 1 stain for this DIY. And if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope you'll stick around, and if you want to, you can hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell right next to it. That way you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. First, we're going to be making these XOXO blocks. So you're going to need some wooden blocks. I got mine from Hobby Lobby. And then I'm going to be using the DecoArt American Decor color stain in the color chocolate. And I'm just going to paint this onto 2 of the blocks. I decided to do 2 coats just because I liked the rich color. The stain is self-sealing, so you don't need to apply anything over the top of it. Then I am taking the Americana Decor Chalky Finish paint, which is my favorite paint ever, in the color Everlasting, which is just a pure white color, and I'm going to paint the other 2 blocks with this. Again, I'm doing 2 coats and I don't need to seal it. Then taking the DecoArt Americana acrylic paint in the color White Peach, I'm going to use this paint to paint my little designs or letters on. So I decided to write XOXO on them, but then on some of the other sides I'm also going to be drawing hearts, and I'm going to be spelling out the word love. I'm using an angled paintbrush, but you can use any kind of paintbrush that works best for you to create these letters. You could also use stencils, but I just decided to freehand them. Then you're going to let your blocks completely dry, and then you can use them and set them up whichever way you want. I love having the different designs on them because you can rearrange them however you want, and there's a lot of different options. Next, we're going to be making this Love Never Fails sign. So you're going to need a long piece of wood. I'm actually using a Christmas sign that I already had, and I'm going to be painting on the back of it. So I'm taking my Americana Decor stain in the color chocolate, and I'm going to paint this onto the wood. I decided to do 2 coats. Then taking my Americana Decor Chalky Finish paint in the color Everlasting, I'm going to be using a dry brush technique. So you're going to take a paintbrush, take a little bit of paint, and then pat off most of the paint onto a paper towel or plate, and then you're going to gently sweep the paintbrush across your surface, and it just creates this really cool texture with the light paint on it. So you can go as much as you want with the dry brushing. As you can see, I decided to add a little bit more, and I'm adding a lot more on the edges just because I liked the way that looked. Then once my sign is dry, I'm going to be using this chalk transfer technique to sort of trace on a stencil onto my wood sign. That way I have lines to paint in. And I actually go in depth into this whole technique on another video on my channel. I'll have that linked below and in the card above. It's my DIY wooden sign tutorial, so you can check that out if you want to learn how to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and transfer these letters onto my wood sign. Then I'm going to be taking the DecoArt Americana acrylic paint in the color White Peach and that same angled paintbrush, and I'm going to begin filling in my letters until it is completely done. And then once it's dry, I decided to put my sign on my front porch. Lastly, I'm going to be showing you how to make this love heart framed wooden sign. So you're going to need a square piece of wood, and then I'm taking my Americana Decor Chalky Finish paint in the color Everlasting, and I'm applying 1 coat. This really gives it that white finish, but you can see the wood somewhat through it, so it kind of just has a nice texture to it with the 1 coat. Then I have 4 pieces of wood, which are each 1 inch longer than the length of each side of my square wood, and these are going to be the frame. And then I'm taking my Americana Decor stain in the color chocolate, and I'm going to be staining these planks. When my square piece of wood that I painted white is dry, I'm going to take a black Sharpie paint pen and I'm going to go ahead and freehand my heart with little vines on it and spell out the word love in the middle. You can use a stencil for this if you prefer, but I just decided to freehand it. Now it is time to attach the frame. So what you can do is use a hammer and nails. This will keep it really simple, but the nails I got were actually not long enough. DIY fail. So instead I improvised and took my E6000 glue and some tape and decided to glue on my frame. So I'm just applying a long strip of glue, attaching the wood, pressing it down firmly and holding it in place with tape until it dries completely. And I repeated these steps with all the other little planks of wood to complete the frame around the square. Then you want to let this sit for a while so that it completely dries, and you can remove the tape and go ahead and hang up your wooden heart sign. Alright lovelies, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to tag me in your pictures on Instagram if you decide to recreate any of these signs, or if you're feeling inspired by this video and create your own sign. I totally want to see it, so tag me at Lovely Channel. I love you all so much. Remember to do everything in love because you are lovely. Bye!